welcome to another DLC of the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast with Ali, Chris and Guy. This is a casual gaming podcast for the everyday gamer, and this is our weekly DLC where we take your listener questions, contributions, and we chat about them.
That's right. By the way, we need to get that hissing in the old Extremely Casual group for Extremely Casual Gamers. Any topics you want us to cover, any interesting discussions you want us to have, chuck it in there, and one of us each week will take it and we'll do a DLC.
And it doesn't have to be gaming related. If you just want to ask us a question, let us know.
For sure. That's a really good point. Yeah. Favorite food? Well, that's a pretty basic one, but like stuff like that. All G.
No, we'll talk about food.
Oh, 100%. I'm starving. That's why I mentioned that.
Yeah, sure. I'm quite hungry too.
Oh my god. Should we just flag it?
Yeah. I want to go eat. I just wanted to first of all open up with last week we had Meg, your lovely wife, on, and a lot of nice feedback about Meg, which was lovely, and I would be keen to get her on again because it was very quick.
Yeah.
Didn't rate it.
Yeah. Don't rate her. She's going to Newark.
And Meg mentioned about how she got into gaming as a kid because she was watching her brother play. And so Sean Vandermerve, our friend, he was wondering, do people like to watch games? Do we like watching streamers on Twitch? Do we actually like doing that? Do people like to watch you game and why? And a few people contributed. I'll start with you guys though. Do you like watching people game?
I do if they're good at it. If they're really good at the game, or if they're actually just entertaining as they do it. They don't have to be fantastic at the game, but if they're funny.
True.
I don't care about watching somebody on stream. If it's entertainment, then I'll watch it. It doesn't matter what it is.
That's the thing. It's a form of like we all watch TV, we watch people being entertaining or like being good at sport or whatever it is. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So you move those things across to the streaming world, and if you're really funny and if you're kicking ass and you're watching it because you could never do that.
Yeah.
It's like watching LeBron James play basketball.
Well, it's like whenever the Olympics comes around, I don't give a crap about any of the games. Any of the sports in the Olympics most of the time, but if I'm watching it and it's sport,
rules.
if it's bowls or something like that, I'm like, I don't care because these are the best in the world.
You're thinking Commonwealth Games for the old bowls there.
Oh, is that not in the
Oh, wow.
But same thing though, right?
Same
all
thing.
of a sudden,
like equestrian, the synchronized diving, stuff like that. Yeah,
you're right. So I did actually go through a phase of when I was deep. This is after in lockdown for COVID. Sorry to bring it up. I've mentioned it before on here, but a lot of my mates got into Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, where they re-released our favourite game from our childhood. We all got it, and our form of communication and hanging out was jumping online and playing that together.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went through a phase of watching like this dude on YouTube, and a few people here who love the game will know. I think his name's T9 or something, T90, and he commentates matchups between the best players in the world.
that's awesome.
And it's so funny. It's just like, oh my god, so blah 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 over here. He's got the ball early and blah, and what he's doing here, and literally it'll be flicking across the map just to see and watching the speed of what these guys are. Firstly, the speed of how these guys operate the game. Clicking that fast is like, can't even comprehend it.
Yeah.
And then the tactics, the terminology, his ability to spot what they're doing and say stuff like, so this is the thing he started doing recently whenever he plays as this civilization. But like, watch like a 40-minute game, and I'm just sitting there with my eyes glued on it, usually at night in bed trying to fall asleep, watching some mindless shit.
Yeah.
That's when I do it. And that was the only time I've really gone down a rabbit hole of watching people game, and I really enjoyed it.
See, I want to watch that now.
Seriously, watch it. Yeah, I think it's T90. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
And it's worth a watch. It's just like incredible the way these people play.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I don't really watch people game. When I started streaming on Twitch a few years ago, I was like, surely no one's going to watch me game. Like, why would they want to do that? But then people did, and I was actually quite surprised that people do this. And now I see the appeal. Like, I like watching people. I like actually watching people play Fortnite, stuff like that, like PUBG. I don't watch videos, but when I've seen Viva La Dirt League guys might stream it or something, I quite like doing that. But I have never really been one to seek it out. No. So I wouldn't go and sit there and just watch someone game.
I think, like, for example, if we were to stream, I think we'd be able to put together a pretty entertaining product.
Yeah.
And that people might be interested in watching.
True.
Entertainment based, not skill based.
No, not at all.
No. Like just us trying out. Like I already suggested, you should play Five Nights at Freddy, Ellie, while Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
While me and Guy are there with you.
Oh, yes.
Like, that'd be a very entertaining stream.
Yeah.
Because it's a horror game.
Yeah, look at it. No.
Things like that, that would be really funny.
Yeah.
So we could do that.
Yeah. I also like watching Sam game sometimes, and like often he'll ask me for tips, guys.
Sorry.
You're right over there. You just dismantle the desk.
So I'm pulling apart the desk. It's my undiagnosed ADHD.
Sam will genuinely ask you for tips.
So recently, he's been asking me for like what I think when he's doing those Gran Turismo laps, when he's trying to get the gold. He asked me for tips, and
the license stuff still.
Yes. So when he's trying to do that, he's trying to get gold in all of them. He can get them easily. He just wants gold, and so he'll like ask me like, "What do you think I should do here?" And I'll tell him, and I've actually helped out quite a few times.
Like, I think you're taking that corner too wide and stuff, or like that sort of stuff
like that. Like, or I would maybe brake earlier and then accelerate earlier after that. Stuff like that.
Accelerate
and
out of the corner.
I've helped him.
That's
with his
really
goals.
cool.
Yeah, so I do like watching Sam play, especially if I can contribute. Do you like people watching you play?
Yes, I like it when Meg watches me play.
Yeah.
There are times, similar situations, where I'll be struggling with something and she'll go, "Why don't you try this?" And I'll be like, "Okay," and then I'll do it.
And it
Then
works.
it'll be it. I'm like, "Okay, I need to start listening to my wife more."
I'm like, I'll happily have people watch us play or even just like, my wife doesn't give a shit, right? Which is great.
Yeah.
It's like when she's watching the Kardashians, I'm not sitting here watching her watch the Kardashians because I don't give a shit.
No, fair enough.
So if that's not going to be a scenario at my house. However, if like my mates are over, then I will choose a game that's entertaining for people to watch. Or if people are watching a live stream, I don't mind it.
Okay. What if you were just sitting in your house playing like the DLC and I just came around and just started watching you play
I'd
that
feel
boss?
uncomfortable. I'd be like, this is
Yeah.
boring for you. Because my other thing too is I feel like this is a real cause of a lot of friction in relationships with gamers is when one party wants to do something else while the other party just wants to game. I can't enjoy gaming unless I know it's just me. I'm not needed to do anything else. I don't have to do the dishes. I'm not neglecting any other duties. My partner's not bored and wanting to do something else.
Are you locked in as well? Like especially with Elden Ring, like if you're playing it and Lucy's just trying to chat to you, not like
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard. Like literally, I would have to put on something very laid back. I'd have to put on a 2-player game, give you a controller, or say, hey, should I turn this off and let's actually do something?
Yeah, right. So it's not to do with being self-conscious about people watching you. It's
No, I don't
actually
give a shit
about
about that, no.
empathizing with them.
you just don't want to be rude.
My personality type has this thing where it's like you go to McDonald's. Do you eat your food on the way home or do you wait till you get home?
I will have 1 or 2 chips in the car because that will satiate me. If that's the right
I will
word.
have a couple of
I'll have
chips.
the
That's
chips.
it.
Yeah.
I will not whereas the guys I work with and stuff, they will grab the burger out and eat it while driving home.
No.
I like to just sit down and make sure everything's all G and I can just focus on it and enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Same with gaming.
If I have McDonald's, I have to sit on the couch. I have to have the TV on the show that I want. That's my
Yes.
happy place. That's how I recharge.
100%.
I have to
yeah.
watch something and eat my lunch. That's like the best time ever.
That's right. And so I don't know if the listeners will know this, but I recently, or probably about a year ago, won a poll on our Instagram between my wife and I to choose which coffee table we purchase.
Oh yeah.
She wanted a cool circle one, and I was like, circle is so impractical. I want to drag it over, try to eat my food off it. I wanted a rectangle one, which comes up and is like a
You have
platform
talked
with your
about this,
food on
yeah.
it. Yeah. And I won that. People voted for mine. I was like 60-40. All the like stylish people wanted her one, and all the like logical people wanted mine.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's actually really
Practical.
smart.
Yeah.
Nothing I like more than sitting down in front of the TV, usually with a Sal's Pizza,
Oh,
or like usually with some NRL or favorite TV show. Sit down, that is like my happy place.
Yeah.
And that's the way I game too. Like, I want the conditions are perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not bothering anyone. No one wants me. Then I can do it.
Yeah, I see.
Very
Does,
weird.
does Lucy use that coffee table? Or she not using it out of
Lucy,
spite?
no, she does. No, she's not a very spiteful person, guy. But she is a big fan. I am too of eating at the dinner table.
Yeah.
And because I'm at home during the day a lot more than she is because of my afternoon radio job.
Yeah.
I only really use it for lunch.
Yeah.
But we
right.
just sit at the tea table together and chat about our
Cute.
day. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, I don't really like what people watching me game if I'm in a really high pressure situation because then I get self-conscious. Like I feel like, oh my God, they're watching me and then I panic and then, yeah.
I also back myself in though, like if I make a decision and they're like, why did you do that? I'll be like, well, because I think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, nice.
As opposed to, well, I
I'd
don't
be
know.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What should I have done? Yeah. So I'd rather just be like, alone, thanks. Unless I am absolutely slaying on Trackmania and showing off that I'm real good at it, then I'm okay with people watching
What
me.
I reckon I could
what
beat you
about
at
in
that
terms of it's technically people watching you game is if you're playing online in a squad and you're the last one standing because when you die in certain games like Helldivers 2 and
That's
Fortnite
funny.
and stuff like that, you instantly go to spectate mode and you're spectating the remaining team members. So if you're playing a full squad of 4 and you're the last one,
I love it.
it immediately puts the pressure on you.
I reckon it's
Yeah.
funny.
It's so funny, but it's like,
oh my God.
if you're playing and you all 4 of you are alive, you're doing your own thing. And then all of a sudden, when you know they're all three sets of eyes are watching you, and it's like up to you to revive the squad.
Yeah.
And then everyone starts barking orders as well. Like,
Yeah,
go down
yelling
there,
orders.
what are you doing? Go down there.
Get your grenades out. Reload your gun.
No, that's awful. I'd hate
Yeah,
that. I
it's-
would hate that.
But other side of the coin is that when everyone's watching you and you clutch up and you bring up the squad, that's
True.
like,
Oh yeah,
that's delicious.
Yeah, nice. Well, we had a bit of listener contribution. I better go through those because that's the whole point of this DLC. Paul Craze Jr. Love watching people play, but prefer YouTube gameplay as opposed to live streaming.
Yep.
Eric says I love to listen and half watch on YouTube people playing games that I love. So I often have it playing on my phone while I'm working on the farm. So he's kind of got it like
just a
on
bit
the
of
side.
something to tune and zone your brain out of what you're doing.
Yep, nice. Powder said I like watching my nephew play games growing up. He also used to play YouTube videos of people playing games, which was comforting to fall asleep to. I mostly watch gaming stuff on YouTube. Twitch was really good when I had more spare time. Jory,
It's a classic because we work in radio. Well, we all have done. It's like the difference between a podcast and radio. Is a podcast you fire it up whenever, aka YouTube. And Twitch is like you got to tune in for the live stream.
Yeah. Julia says, young me didn't get a Game Boy, but my cousins did, so we all used to sit together and I watched them play, sometimes
totally.
taking turns with things like Tetris. Love
Wow.
it.
Oh.
Gather around the Game Boy.
I used to love
Cute.
back in the day where, like, Guy, you were saying you take turns Grand Theft Auto, how far can you get over the bridge with 5
Yeah.
stars? Things like that.
Yeah, that's
but
awesome.
in like I'm actually trying to beat the game scenario, I'm not interested.
No, fair enough. And last one, Jory says, I'm not the biggest fan of watching as I'd rather just play, but I started streaming not because I like people watching, but because I like talking to people while I play. So
Yep.
Jory streams so they can
That's great.
chat
That makes
and-
sense, yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, more suggestions. Fire it through to the group. Extremely Casual Group for Extremely Casual Gamers on Facebook, and we will tackle that on the next DLC.
We'll see you on Thursday for the main
Bye-bye.
event.
Bye.
Bye.